Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in for an RTSL Khrushchev division game. J.R. Jones, Adrian Ziarko going at it today in a level 3 game. JR, big game for him. If he wins this one, he is guaranteed promotion to level 2. And so, obviously, big one for him. He's USA, which I believe is his preferred side. So we're just waiting for Adrian to accept, and we'll get underway. And here we go. And oh boy, this is some garbage. Middle East and Nasser in hand is good. Means we'll at least open up with 4 VPs on the board. Can't argue with that. Asia in hand is not good. We definitely don't have the ops to fight Asia if we see a Vietnam headline. And if we don't see a Vietnam headline, I think this might be a situation where you score Asia AR1. Yeah, clear 4-4-2 setup. You probably are going to give de Gaulle. You could give both Suez and de Gaulle to get them both out of the deck. I think Suez you probably have to just hold for blockade. You give de Gaulle. Maybe think about UNing Nasser, although you don't need to. Okay, AI War. Card that attacks the Middle East. Oh, and he misses the war, so very good start for JR. He looks like, yeah, thank God not Purge, thank God not Vietnam. Those are the 2 cards JR didn't want to see. JR probably didn't want to see that card either. Are we going to see a coup of Italy? We will. Oh, and a 1. Okay, so not a good hand for JR, but a dream start in terms of the board. 2 missed rolls for Adrian. So this would be a situation where I would get into, yeah, so this isn't bad. You use Suez. You can get into Lebanon. I like going. No, I don't. You got to get out of Iran here, I think. Okay, JR not going to get out of Iran. I'm a little surprised. I generally like to go Pakistan. I also really wouldn't want to see a duck coup of Malaysia right here. It's a little risky with Asia in hand taking this route, but okay. Oh, just going to dump Europe right away. All right, so now we might see a little fight over Asia. So JR could dump the scoring now for -1 if he wanted to and just be rid of it. Or he could try and fight for it a little bit. I would be fine just dumping the scoring. That seems like it can wait. Yeah, I like dumping the scoring here. No. Yeah, that's the right play. Yeah, let's just get these scorings out. Yeah. Okay. So all 3 scorings out in the first 2 ARs of the game, and now these guys will be able to focus on playing some ops. So JR will probably want to use de Gaulle to get into France. He could hold it for blockade as well. We'll see how he wants to handle Nasser, whether he wants to UN it or take Libya and then just give Nasser. Maybe we could see a Nasser coup here. Korean War. I assume that's got to go to South Korea. Yes. Oh, just 1 in South Korea. Okay. All right, well, JR's got to take Pakistan in response to that. Of course he will. JR doesn't really have the ops to contest South Korea, I wouldn't think. JR's got a coup here, but if he's going to Nasser coup, he's got to get into Libya first. So this could be NORAD, Egypt, Libya, then you Nasser coup. Okay, wow, there goes Purge. And so he did have Purge. Flips Pakistan with it. Now JR has to take Thailand. Yeah, that's right. So opponent went AI War over Purge. Maybe worried about defectors. little bit of a surprise. Okay, so JR could UN Nasser and coup Iraq. We could just see another coup here from Adrian, which would kind of forestall the Nasser coup situation. And we'd probably see a UN of Nasser. Independent Reds, yeah. Adrian not playing like a man who has decall. All right, so decision time here for JR. He can UN Nasser. He can give Nasser and take Libya, but I hate giving Nasser with just one in Egypt. Yeah, I think you... Oh, can a UN de Gaulle? That's interesting. Okay, we're going to poke Pakistan. I don't know what does poking Pakistan get us. If we're going to UN de Gaulle and give Nasser... JR says, no way we're going to see blockade because opponent had purge. Presumably, yeah, because his opponent had purge, and if he had blockade, he would have headline purge. Which I think is fair. Okay. All right, well, we got Libya. Okay, and there's containment. So now we have two options. Now we could space Nasser if we wanted to. But I think we don't want to. I think we just want to take a Nasser coup because that saves us 3 VPs. Yeah, there it is. JR needs a 4. Does not get it. Okay, pretty good hand here. He does get blockade and destall, but purge is gone. Easy 2 VPs in the headline for captured Nazi. No 4s, no wars for JR. So he is likely not to get his mill-ops here. And hoping that Adrian does not have decall. Vietnam could also flip Thailand, would be a good play. We've not seen defectors either. Could be in Adrian's hand. Sock Govs. Yeah, that's a good headline too, with Italy sitting at 3. JR did not repair that, so now looks like JR going to lose Italy. And he's temporarily presenceless in Europe. Okay. Oh, just going to give U.S. Japan right away. Take Italy and presumably one in India. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to see. And there goes Japan. All right, so JR can take a coup now, and I think that's what he'll do. Yeah, just going to take a coup of Egypt. Oh, would get a flip. So rolls a 6. But now JR has no presence in Europe. And we'll see if Adrian wants to take France. We'll see if Adrian wants to decall. Oh, Cambridge 5. Okay, takes Middle East presence. That seems like it could have waited. I would have rather gotten into France and threatened Algeria, especially if I don't have decall. The Iraq play seems like it could have waited. I would have rather gotten at least one into France. That threatens Algeria, obviously threatens France, and makes JR respond immediately. JR didn't really have to respond to the Iraq play. Middle East was scored, so you know JR is not going to get off a big scoring. Okay, and he did have decall. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand the weight there. Okay, and in a situation like that, I think I might have gone Lao instead of Thailand. JR only needed a 2-op to protect Thailand, so he used the 3 to lock up Thailand and Laos. Now, JR likely going to be behind battlegrounds in Asia, but because he has Laos, good chance he's going to be able to fight off an Asia domination. Okay, Vietnam. Wonder if that might take Vietnam. No, it's just going to take Burma. Okay, JR quickly, they're really thinking about just taking the 3rd battleground, taking South Korea with the war in the discard pile. Yep, just gives it. Okay, so JR has a 1-op play and then a 2-op play. I might have conceded South Korea and instead taken the Southeast Asian countries, but I can. But the South Korea play is a little bit more aggressive. U.S. Japan taken. So obviously South Korea is only a 1-3 to flip, and I mean, when has a 1-3 war ever hit to devastating effect in Asia? I don't know if any player can recall that. So JR with 3 ops left. Certainly he'll want to take West Germany. He'd probably like to get one into Algeria as well. IP war for the event to pick up mill ops. Will Adrian hit the roll? He will. So that's a 4 VP play for him. 1 op should go to West Germany here. Yep, that's exactly where it's going to go. And then if I were Adrian, I would take Europe domination here, I think. I also have to worry about a poke of Iraq. Yeah, you're Romanian's fine. Obviously Portugal would have been better, but yeah, and I'm fine. Yeah, and I like that play from JR. Okay, so a decall redraw with UN. He gets Marshall, also gets Truman. So that's the question. Do you headline Truman here? Truman was known to be in the deck, and Adrian did not overprotect Italy. So JR poked it, and he does get Truman. So I think that's probably your headline. So Adrian would need a destall redraw. I believe Defectors is gone. So if Adrian redrew destall, he could headline it and use that to save Italy. Or obviously socialist governments can save it as well. But those would both be redraws. And there's Truman. And yep, he does redraw destall. JR probably throwing his computer through the window and not being pleased. So this should go 1 Italy, 1 Venezuela, 1 Chile. And then you could see 1 Brazil, 1 Mexico, 1 Indonesia. All make sense. Yeah, that was a big redraw. I also don't think I would have taken out of Romania. I would have taken out of the other. So you went Indonesia and Venezuela, Chile, Indonesia. Makes perfect sense. I don't think I would have taken out of Romania. I could have taken out of Yugoslavia, Austria, Finland, and then you keep Europe Dom. But I guess he's not planning on fighting for Europe Dom. And now you do get the coup. So he'll just take it in Libya and miss on that roll there. So probably wishing he'd gone for Panama. I wouldn't mind just taking Algeria here. Just putting all 3 of these in Algeria, I think, is fine. Panama can wait. Libya can wait. Okay. This is fine. So now Adrian presumably will take Algeria and Venezuela. JR could then jam Venezuela if he wanted to, but he doesn't have anything to follow it up with. I think I would have kept the 3 in Romania, just gone Austria, Yugoslavia, Finland, and then 1 out of East Germany, completely nullify Truman. But whatever, it wasn't a big decision. Oh boy, and a purge redraw too. So this should be 2 Algeria. No, he does not go Algeria. He decides to take Portugal instead. Yeah, Marshall's a good event. The problem with it is it's not going to stop Europe Dom right now. Although I think if Adrian had Europe scoring, he wouldn't have gone out of Romania. Yeah, JR not pleased. Yeah, I don't. Okay, there's Warsaw. So this should take out. No, he's wow. Okay, I don't really like that play. That can be answered by a 3-op. Yeah. JR obviously doesn't have a 3-op, but he can fill Turkey, UK, and Canada before the end of the turn. I wouldn't be worrying about AI war. JR wants to. Both players want to take this game. This game is live. Anton. So I think a UND call, you give AI war, you need all 5 of these ops. Algeria contested right now. Okay, and there we do see defectors. Will he just take it? No, going to overprotect and go Brazil. Neither player wants Algeria. Somebody take it. That can wait. JR, that can wait. Take Algeria. Yeah, thank you. Okay, JR now with, okay, there's Bert the Turtle going to space. That is a miss on the roll, so JR up 1-0 in space. I suspect we will just see JR go 1 Canada to stop domination, and then AI War can take either Mexico or Libya. I think I might go Libya. Well, maybe that changes the calculus a little bit. We'll see if JR wants to go Libya or if he wants to go Mexico. He's thinking about a poke. I don't like any of those plays. I like securing what okay. Italy poke is interesting. I don't like the Pakistan poke because it doesn't change domination. I'm okay with the Italy poke. Okay. Wow, JR gets an extremely strong hand here. He gets 3 4-ops. He gets Kennedy, which he can hold to next turn. We will bear use an easy space. And he gets ABM, which can flip Italy. Yeah, I think you use ABM to flip Italy. And, honestly, a big mistake by Adrian. Adrian did not overprotect Italy last turn. Got bailed out by a D-stall redraw. And yet he had an entire turn to overprotect it this time around, and he did the same darn thing, made the same mistake. Now he's going to lose Italy, and frankly, he deserves to. You've got to overprotect your European battlegrounds. So JR going to take Italy with ABM, presumably. And what's he going to do with his last stop? Yeah, I think Mexico's fine, so you can't just take it outright. JR saying, "Are we playing fast enough?" Yeah, I've got to leave in about an hour and a half. So if both these players take all their time, you guys are going to be very upset because I'm going to have to cut the stream short. So I told JR to make sure to play fast. Okay, Alliance for Progress. We're going to just see a coup of Iran. Okay, little surprise there, but now JR is just going to go ahead and use a 4 to take all of this. No, to just take Mexico back. Just take. Oh, that's right. DEFCON is at 3, of course. Yes, DEFCON is at 3. Yep, I think this seems like a fine spot to give "We Will Bury You" to me. All right, I don't know. All right, so we're gonna poke. So you're going to poke Venezuela. and leave Mexico at 1-1. I kind of liked using We Will Bury You there, conceding the 3 VP, but denying a second coup and taking... Okay. All right, well, okay, this plan worked. So now JR can take a coup in Africa. And oh, that's a bad one. But I suppose only a bad one if we see... that one. Yeah, another mistake by Adrian. He did not get into Zaire. Had time to get into Zaire, didn't do it. Yeah, could have gone into Zaire. Had the time to do it, just didn't do it. And now he got, but again, he is bailed out by a poor roll from JR and a good draw on turn 4. So okay. Now, SOCGov's still in the deck. So, yes, JR clearly needs to take Mexico. Okay, yeah, 1 Saharan states. Threaten Nigeria. Might have liked Guatemala there instead, but okay, that's fine. This will overprotect Nigeria. Okay. Yep, and so I'm very surprised that Nigeria didn't get overprotected there, but Adrian playing like a man who has Middle East. And JR does not have a 3-op to flip. I suppose he could use Usuri, but probably you would use that to take China back. I would have been fine using Usuri for ops there. Okay, and there's China. So I wonder if we will see a Usuri event. Okay, and there it is. Yeah, Panama's fine. I suspect JR would like to space We Will Bury You and then event Usuri to cause all kinds of problems in Asia. Maybe take, yeah, and take a domination as well. So JR now. Italy's still not overprotected, and SOCGov's is in the deck. Formosan's interesting. Could change the domination situation. I think you have to space here. JR hits the roll. Could double space, but obviously he's got bigger plans for his remaining 2 cards. We'll see if Adrian has Middle East. He sure does. So that was very expensive to stop that Middle East dom. This is definitely a Usuri event. Definitely at least one Pakistan. Okay. Yeah, thinking about this because this gives him domination. Does not draw the scoring. Not a lot of ops here, but does get some good events. Che's a problem. That can easily be spaced. Pope's a good event. CRG's a great event, especially with Zaire empty. And potentially could see a How I Learned event as well, maybe later in the turn. I think a CRG headline is fine here. You just take a nice easy CRGs. You go into Zaire, put 1 each into Nigeria and Angola, and then you force Adrian to repel. Well, that's not going to do that. So now JR does get Zaire, which is good, but he's not going to be able to. But now Adrian will be able to lower DEFCON and just repair Pakistan. Okay, so Junta's going to take South... Oh, I don't understand that. I don't understand that either. Okay, now he's going to take a coup. Okay, this line of play just makes no sense whatsoever. I just don't understand that. Now JR is going to get Pakistan, or he can take Mexico. The play there, I think, was to go ahead and go Mexico, coup Mexico, then you repair Pakistan. The Chile could have waited. JR didn't have any access to Chile. I mean, I guess you get your scoring off, and you rolled well enough on the coup that JR could only either take back Mexico or take Pakistan. So it worked out for him okay, getting bailed out by the dice, but boy, I would have played that differently for sure. Okay, JR going to realign, and that works out very well for him. I'm going to try to roll it even on Cuba and gets a couple out there. Korean War is still in the deck, so keep that in mind. 6 countries in Asia for Adrian against 6 for JR. A successful Korean War gives Dom to Adrian, although JR could take both Malaysia and Philippines to stop that, and doing that before the end of the turn is not a bad idea. Okay, Quagmire for 3 ops. That's got to refill Cuba, and I wonder if we'll see, yeah, we're just going to see Haiti to forestall more realigns. Kitchen flashed active, which is interesting. I believe the only remaining open battleground on the board is South Africa. So JR could try and take South Africa with our man and then activate Kitchen. Oh, no, 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 JR. No. No. We're not playing the Pope for ops here. Oh, JR. You want to tease me, huh? So in all seriousness, I like the Pope when Poland is at 5. However, Warsaw is still around. The Pope is much stronger when Warsaw is obviously discarded, or excuse me, is out of the deck entirely. It was a pretty good omit. I would not mind taking Olympics as well. Getting the bad Africa events out is good. Still think you've got a Space Che. I think I'd Space Che, event the Pope, coup with Kitchen, assuming I didn't have to respond to something, and I'd eat the 1 BP. Also, if the Pope is not repaired, that would activate Kitchen as well. Oh, boy. Okay, this should be Panama. No, gonna go Italy and miss. He rolls a 2. Obviously, that's a huge, huge roll. Yeah, so slightly worse odds. Brush misses. JR knows all about brush missing. Wow, a little bit of a risky missile envy this late in the turn, although Olympics was just discarded with omit. So now JR now can't hold Kennedy. So I think maybe we'll just see missile envy for a coup. Can we overprotect Italy? Can we maybe just overprotect Italy? JR? Huh? Okay, well, we're going to see that. Could see another poke of Italy with the Millop situation, how it is. Shuttle is very interesting. That changes the domination situation in both Asia and the Middle East. And okay, yeah, he's got to use Lao to, or got to use the card to flip Lao and stop Asia Dom. But okay, and now JR does get Asia, also gets grain, and Bear Trap should be an easy grain here, I would think. I like grain flipping Angola with Africa unscored. Not only flipping Angola, of course, but protecting his other African countries. And then realigns in Cuba are very much a possibility. Oh, there's Lone Gunman, so not going to be pleased. Oh boy, I think. Oh, so the question is, do you return that or do you space it? Okay, it's going to return that. Oh boy. Okay, big moment here. JR didn't even think about that. He could have spaced that and potentially double spaced later, and guaranteed he could get Asia off without the Korean War coming. But now, Korean War, you could see a Korean War event on AR1. Now, of course, if JR spaces that, he gives up a coup in Africa. So he gives up really essentially two battlegrounds. Because he doesn't get the Angola coup, and he probably gives up a coup, and he gives a coup in Zaire with gunmen. But now we'll see. So, yep, JR also drew socialist governments in his hands, so not overprotecting Italy didn't hurt him this time. Okay, so Adrian decides to go ahead and coup Nicaragua to protect Cuba from realigns, which makes perfect sense. Okay, takes another coup, this one in Africa. Wonder if he's... This seems like a man who's trying to get arms race off. Okay, JR triggers de Gaulle, repairs, and now takes Asia Dom. So... yeah, de Gaulle's interesting. Taking the Southeast Asian countries are interesting. Okay, that still doesn't give Asia Dom. It's turn 6. Europe scoring is the blue domination still out there. Central America, blue domination still out there. Africa, blue domination still out there. Asia, one op away from being a blue domination and still out there. Okay, there's Central. JR has to be thrilled to see Central because I would have to imagine we'd see South America first. So South America looks like it's not coming until turn 7. JR takes domination with Taiwan. also serves to protect South Korea from the war. Okay, now my arms race speculation was spot on. But interestingly, Adrian decides not to try the war. I think I would have tried it before I scored Central. Okay, Africa and Europe both still around. Africa looking like 5 right now. Europe looking like another 5. JR could space twice and win this turn if opponent has both scorings. It'll be interesting to see what JR wants to do with cultural and soc govs. He will want to presumably space one, hold the other. Which one? With Europe so tenuous, maybe you hold soc govs. Okay, Korean War. Yeah, just going to play for influence. I don't understand Jordan at all. Tunisia doesn't really do anything either. I guess you're prepping for Muslims. Yeah, okay. Tunisia does prep for Muslims, so JR is going to go ahead and go back to Tunisia. That part makes sense. I do not understand Jordan. Yeah, has to be. Muslims make sense as an event here. JR can get Libya back. Or JR can get Libya back, but Adrian will get Egypt. Yep, and there we go. Yeah, JR is going to play the Pope for ops here, and I don't blame him. You don't want to give cultural here. You want to. The soc govs, every op of soc govs needs to be repaired. Yeah, no. JR's got nothing to apologize for. It's the right play. That doesn't make sense. Because now JR could conceivably take Egypt, but I would have thought Adrian would go back in Egypt, although I don't know if we've seen Sadat. I guess we haven't seen Sadat. We have not seen Sadat. Egypt was at 3-0 because Egypt was at 3-0 because of a big coup on it in the early war. Okay, so there is Sadat. So okay, the Muslim. I'm less excited about the Muslim Revolution play now though, since Adrian could not take Egypt. Okay, this hand not a particularly good one, but JR can just space cultural here. He can stomach soc govs potentially. I guess I would expect the CIA headline here to protect Africa. Yeah, I think this has to be CIA. Africa is around and known, as is Europe. Defectors headline. Okay, not much in Adrian's hand. Okay, yeah, 2 scorings. He's got We Will Bury You. Yeah, it's not a great Brezhnev hand with a floor, 2 scorings. Yeah, he's got 2 bad scorings. And he's going to want to dump Africa AR1 before he gets controlled. I think you just coup South America here. Pretty sure you just coup South America here. And then if Adrian tries to repair South America, you take South Africa, which gives you control. No, I don't think I want to give up a coup in Africa. No, because if we coup here, we get Africa control. Okay. Yeah, now he's just going to take a coup in Africa and flip that. Okay. Now JR can take one of these countries, but he can't take both. Okay, yeah. So Brazil's fine. And then you could go to Argentina. To Argentina forces use of Brezhnev. South Africa does nothing, I don't think. I wouldn't. Okay. I was really excited about South Africa when control was on the table, but since we gave up the coup, I don't think it's nearly as important. It's just 1 VP. Okay, so Adrian should pick up 5 for South America. JR should get 1 or 2 from. So Adrian to get 5 for South America. JR should get 6 for Africa and then 5 for Europe. So that's plus 6. JR should pick up another 1 or 2 for Southeast Asia. So that's plus 7 or 8 with plus the 4 that's already on the board. So JR should be up comfortably. JR should be up kind of in the teens prior to. Okay. I don't understand why Jordan needed to be taken. I'm fine dumping South America here. It's not going to get better. Okay. There goes Africa. Yeah, JR is going to fill. Yep, 1 Egypt, and then you can use Sadat for the 1 op to take it. And JR presumably will use special relationship to coup. Could also be seeing nuke subs on AR7, so maybe we'll see a battleground coup. Maybe just see a coup in Nigeria on AR7. Okay, a couple more VPs for JR. Stops Africa domination, but it's already scored. JR, I assume, will just take his 2 in Southeast. Should see Europe here. There it is. Going to be another 5 for JR, so he's up 14 now. Gunman is gone. So this looks like pretty smooth sailing for our friend JR. I like spacing cultural here. I like hitting the roll on cultural here. Got to get your mill ops. So JR up 17 VPs now, wants to get his mill ops. I guess I wouldn't be surprised to see, okay, yeah, an event to pull one back. Special to Coup Nicaragua makes sense. Even with nuke subs coming, I think threatening Central, since the only unscored mid-war region is good. Yep, JR gets the roll. Yeah, JR not going to stop Middle East on with Sadat. He's going to give Sakgovs and hold Sadat. Presumably got to repair all of this. Yep, and there we go to the late war. Oh, and a nice hand for JR. This should be GG. Asia should be your ball game, especially with ABM in hand. Star Wars could pull defectors for a 2-op headline. OPEC is 3. That is good enough to... Yep, that is good enough. I think I still like the Asia headline. Yeah, I think I still like the Asia headline. That's fine. You can only take one away from OPEC. And Asia at this point is only 5. Just headline Asia. Okay. All right. So I guess JR can use Chernobyl in Asia. To make sure it stays 6 and win the game right here. With a lead like this, I think I would just take my 5 and play it honestly, especially with a good hand like the one we have. Oh, there's Solidarity. Just Chernobyl. And Chernobyl doesn't help you that much with DEFCON at 4 because you can still eat a coup or realigns. Reagan bombs is not active at the moment. Okay. All right, well, if JR wants Mexico back, he's going to have to use Chernobyl to take it. JR does not have war games. Well, neither does Adrian. So JR could realign here, but with what? Don't want to give up the 2 VPs for the war. Don't want to realign with Iran-Contra or Yuri. Star Wars obviously has to be an event. Okay. Oh, and he gets Middle East off for 3 because JR did not fill Egypt. Yep. Too little too late, I'm afraid. Yeah, that ABM just really didn't get us much. Saved us 1 VP. Oh, and there's Central. Oh, goodness. Okay, so... Yeah. And again, we're going to realign Cuba right after the scoring is played. Okay, JR with Star Wars in his hand. Oh, Star Wars could grab that for 1 VP, but he needs 2. Okay, everything... wow, it's turn 8, and everything is scored. JR just wants to use... Yeah, if only I had 1 less mill, I'm thinking about a how I learned pull. I think you just give... Don't you just give the VPs of the war? Nope. Okay. Yeah, going to Star Wars for Camp David to just try and end it right here. With an Iron Lady headline, perhaps. There it is. Oh, Cal is much better. GG. Okay, so JR gets the win. And with it, his promotion to the next level. I don't know if we're going to have JR to talk about some of his plays, but a nice win for him, certainly. Iron Lady should definitely be the headline. Or Kitchen. Yeah, that's right. Kitchen's better. And because he has headline peak, he'll be able to do it. Cal is a guaranteed win. Iron Lady is fine as well, and so is Kitchen. Iron Lady. Iron Lady. No, Iron Lady. Come on, JR. Iron Lady's way more fun. Okay, fine. All right, nice job, JR. Enjoy level 2 next season. I will be joining you there. So congratulations on the win. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll I don't know when my next game will be, but right now just kind of covering for JR a little bit. But thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day. That was fun, but now it's done. So long, everybody.